My name is Joan Green. I'm a dancer, teacher, choreographer, and I'm also a visual artist, and I'm a member of NOCA, North Cambridge All Arts Organization. I spent about 2 years doing a long series of dancers. It was the first time in my life, although I've been a dancer and an artist all my life, it was the first time that I had ever really painted dancers. And once I got started, I felt like they were just tumbling out of me and I couldn't stop. I had, in fact, a solo exhibit at the Cambridge Multicultural Arts Center of dancers, and I paired it with a concert of my choreography, and it was a really very exciting event. This is one of the later ones. This one came after the exhibit, and this is about music and musicians and how important they are to dancers, and particularly to me. I chose this image because this is something somewhat unusual that I do. I make art that's specifically for kids, and I've been doing this all my life. In fact, I feel like there's kind of a direct line between this and the work that I did as a child, although I feel like it's much more sophisticated now than it was then. I did this for my great niece, Chantal, who was born a little bit over a year ago, and this is a picture celebrating her birth and for her. It's late, but hopefully it'll be right in time. This picture I chose because it directly relates to my teaching. I teach art at the Codman Academy Charter School in Dorchester, and I derive a tremendous amount of satisfaction from doing it, but it affects my art enormously. It affects my own personal artistic production. For one thing, I pretty much have learned that I have to try every project out. I try to give them an enormous variety of media and different approaches to things, because some things get one person, some things get another. And I have to try things out all the time. So that sometimes causes me to use materials or experiment in a different way. Then the work that they do actually inspires me as well. And in addition to that, their personal stories and their lives. They live in this most troubled corner of Boston that is where crime and murder are just daily activities, and their lives are very tough. There's none of them who don't know somebody who haven't lost somebody close to them in that way. And they're very, very interesting to work with, how they manage to maintain hope and to carve a bright future for themselves in the midst of that. It's very moving and affecting. So this particular painting came out of a drawing that I did. I was teaching visual art and journaling, which I found was a great way to put things together, because my students in some ways are freer to express themselves in words than they are in images. And so going back and forth between these things has been really helpful. So this was a day when they were sitting and doing a writing assignment, and I had about 4 or 5 minutes, and I picked up a pencil and I sketched this guy Monty, who's a student that particularly interests me. And I took that drawing home, and it's evolved into 2 paintings since then. I don't think I became an artist. I think I arrived and I discovered that I was an artist. And because I knew myself to be a visual artist and a dancer at the age of 3. I come from a family of artists, and my mother provided us with a little table by the window in the dining room and an endless supply of crayons and manila paper, and it was just an ordinary thing. My sister and me, we just made art. We drew. It was something we did all the time. Oh, I'd like to talk a little bit about Cambridge, because in my dance career, I have worked a lot in Cambridge. I started the Cambridge Performance Project, which is an after-school arts education project that's now in its 24th year. And so I keep running into young adults who remember me as a teacher, and when I go to the Cambridge Senior Center, people remember me there because the intergenerational company that I co-directed did residencies there, And so Cambridge has been very much involved in my artistic life as a dancer. And I guess I'm kind of proud of that.